Next event on the track, the men's 3,000 meters. The collegiate record holder is Yared Nuguse, and he is in this race. Lawi Lalang has the meet record. 16 fastest 3K runners in the country have shown up here, and there is the collegiate record holder. He anchored his team to a second place finish in the distance medley relay last night. This is Yared Nuguse.
Well, while he was disappointed that they didn't come away with the title, he definitely realized you can't win them all, but he said what he was most looking forward to running this 3,000 meters here today was the opportunity to just spend the last bit of time with his team. He's enjoying being a senior and just loves it. He's going to miss the team aspect as he turns pro and moves on to the next level.
16 competitors. We had Abdi Noor of Northern Arizona in front of our camera there just before the gun. He is returning from his victory in the 5,000 meters from last night. And they settle into a somewhat pedestrian pace early on here. 14 laps remaining. That is Cameron Ponder from Furman. Abdi Noor is about 8th right now.
Well, after that win in the 5K, Abdi Noor in his interview said that one of the things that motivated him to come here and double, because he's got a big outdoor season, he didn't have to come here and double. He could have just chosen one and gone for it, but he said he was remembering on what could have been back in 2020, and NAU had an extremely strong team. They were going to try to win all the distance races and come away with that national title. But he said it wasn't to be that year, but he wanted to bring 3 guys to these championships and just see how many points they could score. They got a good start in the 5K. Let's see what the NAU guys can pull away with here in the 3.
Well, they have 2 entries in the 3. They have Abdi Noor and Nico Young, who was 3rd last night in the 5,000 meters, returning here in the 3,000.
And keep an eye on Nico Young. He's going to just want to be close to the front when the kicking starts. He's a 3:54 miler. He's got great speed, but he chose not to run the mile here. Instead, the 3 and the 5.
Antonio Lopez Segura of Virginia Tech and Barcelona, Spain, has the leading duties. Marked closely by Eamon Kemboy of Arkansas. But early on, everybody in the race. 62.5 was the first 400 meters. About 7:48 pace as Nuguse now making his move on the outside to be equal second.
But some of these athletes making adjustments that did make Olympic teams. Yared Nuguse did make that Olympic team, went to Tokyo, ran the 1,500 meters along with Cole Hawker and Matthew Centrowitz. But like Randolph Ross and some other people, they come back to college and it's an adjustment to get back in here and to mix it up. And people are wondering about the times in the 1,500 meters, the 3K and the 5K. And some coaches grumbling just a little bit that the indoor season has really become all about just these big invitationals at Boston University. Everybody on the West Coast is going up to Seattle and setting up these races to just run these incredible times. Some teams even bypassing, some runners even bypassing their conference championships just to run fast times to get ready for the NCAA championships here.
It's Morgan Beadlescomb of Michigan State doubling back in the 3,000 from the mile earlier where he was second. So Lopez Segura still leading. Nuguse second. There's a lot of bunching up in that first 8 or 10. You always worry about somebody going down because they just don't have room to run. That's why you see them going wide. Yep, what did I just say? Bound to happen when you've got a slower pace and everybody's bunched up.
And Nico Young from NAU, he went down, but he bounced right back up and he's making contact again. Keep an eye on the crimson unis with the black bottoms. Those are the Stanford runners, Charlie Hicks and Cole Sprout. Both guys have gone 7:43 this season.
To the lead, that's It's Wesley Kiptoo, who was the defending champion in the 5,000 meters and the meet record holder. He led a lot of the race yesterday and just didn't have any gas at the end, but currently in third for Iowa State.
Eddie Herrera keeping touch from Colorado up there with Yared Nuguse, and here comes Abdi Nur with a smile as he jumps into the lead.
Naaman Kemboy isn't liking the contact at all. Said, I'm good here in the front. I was a little surprised Nico Young expended as much energy as he did sprinting to catch up with the group. Usually with that much race left, it might have been smarter overall to kind of work your way back over a few laps. Now he's worked himself back into the middle of the pack and moving. Now into sixth. Come around, they get 5 laps remaining.
Well, in the 1500 and the 3K, you want to be the last guy to make the move when it comes to the kicking. But in the 5 and the 10,000 meters, you can jockey just a little bit. It's just a chess match out there right now.
Yared Nuguse with those long legs. He's got a very prominent back kick. You don't really want to be too close to him behind him. Get yourself in trouble. 4 laps remaining now, just 800 meters. And everybody but one is really in the hunt here. Naaman Kemboy continuing to lead. There goes Abdi Nur. And Naaman Kemboy does not want to give him the lead. And we saw what Nur can do with these surges, because there were a few in the 5,000 last night that didn't really bother him. Eduardo Herrera there from Colorado in third is coming around now with 3 laps remaining, and Nur finally getting into the lead, and I expect he will crank up the tempo a bit.
Well, the last guy to win the double, the 5,000, 3,000 meters, was Morgan McDonald. He did that in 2019.
2:04 over the last 800 meters.
But Coach Smith at NAU, he says if you're going to go to the lead, if you're going to make a move and go to the lead, then stay in the lead.
So it is Nur Herrera who looks like he wants to make a move. And Nur doesn't want to let him get in front. So Nur, Herrera, Kemboy, Lopez Segura, and Nico Young is back there, as well as Charles Hicks for Stanford. At the bell, it is Nur, followed by Herrera, Kemboy, and Lopez Segura. Nico Young now is up there into 6th in scoring position for the Lumberjacks. Now let's see what kind of wheels Abdi Nur has after that 5,000 meters last night. No one seems to be able to be making a move on him. Abdi Nur going for the double. Nobody's going to catch him. Kemboy trying to hang on for second. It's going to be Hicks for Stanford in third, and for Wisconsin, never mentioned his name. Check that. Not from Wisconsin. There he is. Yes. Olin Hacker gets up for 4th place for Wisconsin. So a double for NAU, and they scored 10 plus 2, so 12 for NAU. For 3 guys, they scored a lot of points here at the National Championships. 29 total for the Lumberjacks here in Birmingham. Back with the 4x4s when we return.